نبدأ الدرس بقراءة أم الكتاب الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. اليوم نحن سندرس درس عن الإمام الشافعي. الإمام الشافعي صفحة which page is that?
36.
36. نعم 36. نعم الآن نفضل أو ندعو الزملاء والزميلات. We invite our friends siapa? Syafika, Hafiza wa Aisyah ليقدمنا. نعم فليتفضلنا مشكورات.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Aisha and I am the first presenter.
Naam.
So my group is going to represent Imam Shafi'i, page 36. So we start with the first paragraph. You guys can listen me clear, is it?
Naam. It's clear. واضح.
Imam Abi Abdullah Muhammad bin Idris Al-Shafi'i Al-Qurashi. The full name of Imam Shafi'i. Wahidun, first. Min, from. Kibar, senior or great. Mufakkiri, thinker. Al-alami, world, dunia.
Okay, so the meaning of the full sentence.
Imam Shafi'i is among the first great thinker in the world.
نعم صحيح. الآن ننظر إلى الاسم أو اسمه الإمام الشافعي. Look at his name. الإمام أبو عبد الله محمد بن إدريس. Please remove the tanwin before the word ibnu. Every time you have a name before the word ibnu, normally we remove the tanwin. So we just say Muhammad bin Idris. Al-Imam Abu Abdillah Muhammad bin Idris Al-Shafi'i Al-Qurashi. Okay, which one is his name? Aina ismuhu aw ma ismuhu? Ismuhu al-haqiqi. His real name. Which one?
Abu Abdullah Muhammad.
Abu Abdullah Muhammad. Anybody else? Is it Abu Abdullah Muhammad? Anyone?
Abu Abdullah Muhammad bin Idris Al-Shafi'i.
Abu Muhammad Abdullah ibn Idris Al-Shafi'i. Also, this is his full name, but what I want to know his name, his actual name.
Abu Abdullah.
Abu Abdullah. Okay. His actual name Laisa Abu Abdullah. It's not Abu Abdullah. Ismuhu al-haqiqi ma huwa?
Muhammad.
La. Ada. Muhammad. Nah. Muhammad. Ismuhu Muhammad. His name is Muhammad. Tapi there are many Muhammad. There are many Muhammad. So in order for them to know which Muhammad is that, of course this is Haza Muhammad ibn Idris. Muhammad ibn Idris, but which Muhammad? Because there are a lot of Muhammad, so they give this title. Okay, so this is one of the customs of the Arabs in the past. Until today, they have this Abu somebody or Abu something in front of their name. Okay, so in this case, Muhammad ibn Idris, his nickname, this is called the nickname, is Abu Abdullah or Abu Abdullah. And this nickname in Arabic, we call it kunyah. Kaf, nun, ya, ta. Kunyatun. Okay, so again, every time you see the name of an Arab, or especially the Arab scholars, normally they will start their name with kunyah. So that is not his real name. So he is known with Abu Abdullah among his friends or among his colleagues. Okay, and then his real name is immediately after the kunyah, which is Muhammad. Okay, is it clear? So this is what we call as the kunyah. Of course, for male, they will say Abu, and for female, they will say, or they will use, what do you think? For male, they will say Abu or Abdullah. If she is a female, then they will say Ummu Naam. So Ummu. So they will call her Ummu somebody. Okay. So this is again what we call as the kunyah. And this kunyah, most of the time they will use the name of their son. Most of the time, but not necessarily. Sometimes they do not have any son yet, but they can just say, oh, my kunya is Abu so and so. So not necessarily the name after Abu is their son. Another example is like Abu Hurairah. Abu Hurairah, okay, the famous narrator of the hadith. So Abu Hurairah does not mean that he has a son called Hurairah. No, that is just his nickname because he loved cats, right? So people call him Abu Hurairah. So you can have your own nickname if you want. Okay, you can say, oh, my name is Abu so and so. Now, Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn Idris. Okay, so Idris is his father. Ash-Shafi'i, if not mistaken, this is referring to his grandfather, Shafi'. So this is also a custom among the Arab of the past. They will have this part. This is what we call, if you see a name and then it ends with this ya and a shadda. So this is another so-called as nickname, but this is different from kunyah just now. This is what we call as the nisbah. This is what we call as the nisbah. Nisbah means related. So which is related to Shafi'. So they call it nisbah ila Shafi'. So they call themselves Shafi'i. Or my father or my great grandfather, his name is Shafi'. So I'm a Shafi'i. Okay. So the same goes to Qurashi. This is also another nisbah. You see the ya, Qurashi. So what do you think? This is nisbah. This is related to what? This is related to an Arab tribe. Do you know the tribe?
Quraish ke?
Quraish, naam, yes, sahih. Quraish. So this is related to the word Quraish. So since Imam Shafi'i, he said, oh, my great-grandfather, my lineage is from the Quraish. So he called himself Qurashi. Okay, so this is how we understand when you have the name of the scholar, for example. So you look at the name again. So which part is his name? Normally after the kunyah. Okay, after the kunyah, so that will be, this is the kunyah, this will be his name. Of course, this will be his father or grandfather. And then after that, if you have this year, so this is all the nisbah. And nisbah, it depends. Sometimes, like Shafi'i, it nisbah to his grandfather. Qurashi, nisbah to his tribe, for example. Okay, is that clear? So you yourself, you can have your own nisbah if you want. For example, you are coming from which village? For example, if you are from Selangor, then you can call yourself Selangguri, for example, okay, or Selangguria, right? Okay. And then wahidun min kibari mufakiril alam, he is one. Wahid, one of the kibar. Kibar, of course, this is from the kalima kabir, jama' li kalima kabir, a big or great. So here we translate as great. One of the great, mufakir. Mufakir, this part, mufakir is the thinkers. And ya, if you see the ya in the end, this ya is actually to indicate it is a jama' word. So the word itself is just mufakir. From the word fikir, fakkara, yufakiru, think. So mufakir is the thinker. So what is the jama' for the word mufakir? Just like the word Muslim, what is the jama' for Muslim? Muslimun, and also Muslimin. Sahih, yes, correct. You can have two, either Muslimun or Muslimin. So it is similar to this one, to this word. It can be mufakirun, or it can also be mufakirin, depending on the i'rab, depending on whether it is in the case of mansub, majrur, or marfu. Okay, so that is the grammar part. Okay, what I want to show you is that the word is actually mufakirin. You should have the ya and you should have the nun. Okay, but what happens here is that the word is having a mudaf and mudaf ilay. This is become the mudaf and mudaf ilay, the combination that you have learned previously. Mufakir, the thinkers of the world. So this is a combination, mudaf. So whenever you have a jamak word, either mufakirin or mufakirun, jamak muzakkar salim, and it is connected to another word, which is the mudaf ilay. So what you will have to do is you have to remove the nun. Okay, so sometimes you will just say mufakiri, where is the nun? The nun is removed. Mufakiru, where is the nun? The nun is removed. The same goes to the word muslimun. So muslimun, sometimes, for example, if you want to say the Muslims of Malaysia, you say muslimun, and then you join the word with Malaysia. Malaysia. So since now it becomes the mudaf ilai, so what you need to do, you need to remove the nun. So now it becomes Muslimu Malaysia. Okay. So next time when you see a word which has the wow in the end, just wow or just yeah. So one of the meaning could be jamak word. Mufakiru al-alam or mufakiri al-alam. So he is one of the great Muslim scholars or Muslim thinkers. Continue, Ansha.
Yeah. Wa ahadu, one of, al-a'imah, jamak for imam, arba'ah, four, baina, between or among, fuqaha, fiqh, al-muslimin, Muslim.
Okay,
So the meaning of this word is one of, among one of four imam who learn Muslims fiqh.
okay. Wa ahadul a'imma, of course, this is one. One of the imam, this is yes, correct. Jamak for the word imam, a'imma. Al-a'immatul arbi'ah, the four imam. So this is the four imam. So which four imam? Baina, between or among the fuqaha. Fuqaha is not fiqh. Fuqaha here is the people of fiqh, the scholars of fiqh. This is jamak for the word. This is jamak for the word faqih. The mufrad for the word fuqaha is faqihun. So faqih means somebody who is knowledgeable in fiqh, who knows a lot about fiqh. So you can call him faqih. Not just alim. Alim is general term for a knowledgeable person. We call him alim, or this guy is alim. But when he is alim in fiqh, so we call him the faqih. Okay, so this is one term that you have to know. Faqih. So faqih is scholars of fiqh. For example, al-Imam, al-Shafi'i, and so on. So here, one of the four scholars, or one of the four imam, among the fuqaha of Muslimin, among the Muslim scholars who are knowledgeable in fiqh. One of the Imam Shafi'i, Imam Hanafi, Al-Imam al-Hambali, Ahmad ibn Hanbal, wal-Imam al-Hanafi, wal-Maliki. Nah, yes. Continue. Akmili.
Wulida, born, fi, in.
Baca dulu. You read the whole sentence and then you translate.
Okay. Wulida fi Gaza, fi Palestine. Born in Gaza, from Palestine. Sanata, year. 115.
We read this. Mi'ah.
Huh?
Mi'atun. Wa khamsun.
Yes, into.
Or we say mi'atin wa khamsina hijriyah.
Hijrah.
Okay,
So the meaning of this word, he was born in Gaza from Palestine in year 150 Hijrah.
yes. Wulida, yes, was born. But here, as with other fi'l, whenever you say born or any other fi'l, you need to have the dhamir. Who was born? He was born. So this is huwa. Wulida here is referring to huwa, which is the Al-Imam Shafi'i. So he was born in Gaza. We call it Gaza, but the Arabic word is Gaza. Ghazwa. Mean here is of Gaza of Palestine, of Philistine. Gaza in Palestine. Philistine. So the Arabic word for Palestine is Philistine. Gaza, Philistine. Sanata mi'atin wa khamsina hijriyah. Sanata mi'atin wa khamsina hijriyah. So this is how you write mi'a, 100, wa khamsina, khamsin. Hijriyah, hijrah. Hijriyah, you have the word ya. The ya here indicate related to hijrah. The word itself is just hijrah with the ta. But now we want to say, oh, this is hijriyah. So we say sana hijriyah. Okay, sana hijriyah. We don't just say sana hijrah. Sana hijriyah. Now, continue.
Wanasa'a, and he grew up. He in Hijri, I'm not sure this word. Ummihi, with his mother, Yatiman, but without father.
Without father, yatim.
Hijri tu apa Ustaz?
Hijri, can you speak a bit louder?
Hijri tu I'm not sure.
Hijri is referring to, Hijri is like the word hujra, Hijri is the room. So here he said he grew up in the room or in the house of his mother, yatiman, as a yatim, without the father. The father died. So the word yatim, whenever we say yatim, of course in Malay we also say yatim. Yatim is referring to when someone father has died, so we call him yatim. Okay? Only the father. If the father is still alive, the mother has died, we don't call him yatim. Only if then when the father has died, then we call him yatim. So he was a yatim. Summa
Wahumila, and he was brought.
habiskan dulu. Habiskan ayat.
Wahumila ila Makkah, and he was brought to Makkah. Wahuwa ibnu sanatain, when he was, ibnu means son or boy, when he was 2 years old.
Yes, sahih. When he was 2 years old. So here they say Ibnu Sanatan, a boy who was 2 years old. When he was 2 years old, he was brought to Makkah. Nah.
Wa fiha nasha'a wa talaqqa al-ilma. And when he grew up, nasha'a grew up, wa talaqqa, he accept or he learn al-ilma, knowledge.
Okay. Yes, Nasha'a grew up, but here it's not when he grew up. Fiha. Fi, in, ha, it. In it. So here, it here is referring to this place, Makkah, which means he grew up in Makkah. Okay? Fiha Nasha. So he grew up in Makkah. Wa talaqqal ilma, and he what was the translation again just now?
Wa talaqqa, accept or learn.
Learn. So here receive. He received knowledge. He learned knowledge. Talaqqa. Sometimes you hear people say talaqqi, right? So we learn the Quran from the Ustaz. Talaqqi. Talaqqi means you see him, okay? You see him and you meet him and you learn from him. So we say talaqqi. Talaqqi. By meeting him. Wa talaqqal ilma, so he received knowledge. Next jumlah.
Hafizal Quran wa huwa ibnu 7 sinin, memorize Al-Quran, wa huwa, when he was, ibnu 7 sinin, 7 years old.
Naam, sahih. Hafiz al-Quran, memorize Quran. But who memorizes Quran? Or who memorizes the Quran?
Imam Shafi'i.
Again, you need to mention the dhamir. Huwa, he. Okay, even though they don't say huwa hafizah, every time you see a fi'il, you need to check what is the dhamir. So in this case, the dhamir is huwa. So huwa hafiz al-Quran. He memorized the Quran. So another word, wa huwa. If you notice here, we have wa huwa. You have a dhamir huwa and wa in the middle of a sentence. In the middle of a sentence, if you see this wa huwa, wa hiya, wa hum in the middle of a sentence, this is when he was, when she was, when they were. Okay, so this is the translation of wa huwa. Now, and when he was 7 years old, so he memorized the Quran.
ودرس اللغة والشعر and he was taught poems.
He was taught? No, this is not he was taught. This is he learned. Darasa.
Oh, okay.
If taught, then you say darasa durrisa. He was taught. But here, he himself, he learned. But did he learn? Maza darasa.
والشعر poems.
Poem, which one?
شعر
Shi'r. Lugha.
language.
Language. Of course, lugha here is referring to the Arabic language. Darasa al-lugha al-Arabiya wa shi'ra, Arabic poems. So this is the nature of our previous scholars. So they will start, of course, with Quran, and then they will start mastering the grammar, the Arabic language, the shi'r. The language here is, of course, the grammar, all the grammars, and the shi'r here, the poems. The grammar will teach them, okay, because they need to know the meaning of the Quran, so they need to understand the grammar. And for the shi'r, they need to understand the vocabularies of the Arab language.
ثم أقبل على الفقه والحديث, and then he learned in fiqh and hadith.
I'm sorry. And then he came to fiqh and al-hadith. He learned fiqh and hadith. So after he has mastered the language, the vocabulary of the Arabic language, then they learn fiqh. So it will be easier for them. Okay, once they have mastered the grammar and shi'r, it will be easy for them to understand the fiqh and also the hadith.
وأخذ بالقسط الأكبر من العلوم والمعارف, and he takes بالقسط gradually الأكبر من العلوم والمعارف in ilmu and okay.
Okay, what is the meaning of the whole sentence?
And he takes time gradually to learn knowledge.
It takes time gradually to learn knowledge. Okay.
Yeah.
No, this is not to say he took he learned it gradually. No. Akhaza, of course, he took. Al-qistil akbar, this is a phrase. Al-qistu means the portion. Al-akbar, the biggest portion. The biggest portion of what? So he learned the biggest portion. He learned a lot. So he learned a lot of knowledge, ulum, and ma'arif. Ma'arif, information. Ma'arif is the jama' for the word ma'arifah. Ma'arifah. So ma'arifah is information, and ulum, of course, this is jama' for the word ilmun. So he learned a lot. He learned a lot. So this is the phrase to say he learned a lot. Akhaza bil qisti al akbar. So we don't translate word by word. Okay, now. Okay, continue.
Next paragraph.
Ustaz,
Yes,
yang Akhaza itu, the meaning is he took his time learning a lot of knowledge and information.
No. Akhaza, he took, but here it means he learned. He took the biggest portion of knowledge, and he learned a lot of knowledge and information. Okay.
كان الشافعي محبا للعلم حيث أخذ فقه الكتاب والسنة من الحجاز. Indeed, الشافعي Muhibban loves knowledge where he learned uh, fiqh book and sunnah everywhere.
Everywhere.
Maybe.
Okay, this is not from everywhere. All right. Kana Shafi'i, and Imam Shafi'i he loved. Muhibban means somebody who loves. So he was, or he loved. We just say he loved knowledge. Muhibban lil ilmi. He was a lover of knowledge. If you want to translate word by word, Shafi'i was lover of knowledge. So he loved knowledge. Where haythu, where he learned or he took. This is similar word. Akhaza, took. He took, but we just say he learned. He learned the fiqh. What did you translate just now, Aisha? Fiqh.
Kitab fiqh.
Fake book. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not fake book, because at that time there were no fake book yet. So the word kitab, okay, if you see the word kitab, normally they will combine al kitab wa sunnah. This is referring to, of course, sunnah is the sunnah of the hadith, the sunnah of the prophet. And here the word kitab is referring to which kitab, which book? What do you think?
Al-Quran.
Quran, sorry. The word kitab here is actually kitab. Which kitab is that? Kitabullah, the book of Allah, which is, of course, the Al-Quran Al-Karim. Okay, so when you say Al-Kitab, Al-Sunnah, so Al-Kitab is referring to Al-Quran. They don't say fiqh Al-Quran. No, they will say fiqh Al-Kitab. So what do they mean here? Where he learned the fiqh of Quran, the fiqh of Quran and the fiqh of Sunnah, which means that from the Quran they understand, oh, what is the fiqh, what is the hukum, what are the rulings that they can understand from the Quran and from the Sunnah. Because at that time, if we learn the history of Islamic jurisprudence, Islamic fiqh, at that time there were no established fiqh book. So they are the one who find up all these hukum and combine and put them in books. Okay, so this is the book, the fiqh of Kitab Allah, to understand the fiqh of Al-Quran, the meaning, the ayat, the hukum, and also the fiqh of the Sunnah, especially the hadith. Because when we read the hadith, we cannot simply say, oh, the hadith say do this, it means wajib. No, not necessarily when the hadith say do, it is wajib. It can be wajib, it can be Sunnah, okay, it can be just mubah or permissible. So we have to understand. And min al-Hijaz, al-Hijaz here, anyone knows what is Hijaz? Where is this place?
A place in Mecca, Hijaz.
Madinah and Makkah.
Madinah and Makkah.
Arab Peninsula.
Madinah and
The Arab Peninsula.
The Arab Peninsula, Naam, Sahih. Hijaz is actually the Arab Peninsula. So previously, the Arab Peninsula, they call it the Hijaz, okay, the whole peninsula. Min al-Hijaz, Naam. So of course, it includes Saudi Arabia nowadays, the Yemen and so on. That is the Hijaz. Al-Kitab wa Sunnah min Hijaz. Okay, next one.
وتتلمذ على يد الإمام مالك بالمدينة المنورة مدة 9 سنوات. وتتلمذ, and he learned, on yadi, hand, Imam Malik at Madinah al-Munawwarah muddata, for 9 sanawat, 9 years.
Yes, correct. And he
But
learned.
the sentence means, and he learned, taught by Imam Malik at Madinah al-Munawwarah for 9 years.
Yes, for 9 years. Muddah here is for the period, for this period, for the period of 9 years. Tatal maza, he learned. If you look at this word, tatal maza, what is the word for student, which is taken from this word, or which is similar to this word? A student. Normally we say talib, but there is another word. Tilmiz. Sorry, tilmiz. Okay. So tilmiz is the word student. So if you want to say become a student, this is the word tatal maza. So he became the student. Talmaza ala al-yad al-Imam Malik. He became the student on the hand of Imam al-Malik. Imam Malik. So Imam Malik was the scholar before him. He learned from Imam Malik, and later on he established his own, of course, his own mazhab. Nah, summa atqana.
أتقن فيها الفقه وحفظ الموطأ. Mastering in fiqh. وحفظ memorize. Al-Muwatta is the kitab of Imam Malik. Okay.
So he mastered. Atqana means to master. So he mastered in here in it. Again, this is referring to a place. Which place is this? He mastered fiqh. So he understood fiqh very well.
Madinah.
Madinah. Okay, so this time Sahih. Ha is referring to Madinah. So in Makkah, in Hijaz, he learned all of them, but later he went to Madinah and he learned from Imam Malik, Atqana al-Fiqh. And also, he also memorized the Muwatta, which is the book of Al-Imam Malik. So Al-Muwatta is actually a compilation of hadith, okay, compiled by Al-Imam Al-Malik. So if you read the history, Imam Al-Shafi'i, he memorized the Muwatta before he went to see Imam Malik. He memorized. Nah. So
Wakana.
this is not Muwatta or Muwatta. This put the fatah. Hafizah al-Muwatta. Nah, continue.
Wakana rahimahullah ya'shakur rakhalat ilal budan al-muhtalifat. Wakana, and it was, rahimahullah referred to Imam Shafi'i. Ya'shaku adores. Ar-rahalat trips. Ila to al-buldan countries. Al-muhtalifat different, which the sentence means, and Imam Shafi'i adores the trips to different countries.
Yes, Naam, Sahih. Kana he, again he was referring to Imam Shafi'i. Rahimahullah, normally this is when we refer to somebody who has passed away, we refer to him by saying Rahimahullah. Just like in Malay we say Allah Yarham, and we say Allah Yarham so and so. But in Arabic we say Rahimahullah. If she is a female, then of course you just change to Rahimahallah or Rahimahumullah if it is Jama. Okay? So you say, Wakana al-Shafi'i rahimahullah. So we know he has already died. Ya'shaq, he adores. Now, yuhibbu, he loves. He loves rihlat. This is normally we say rihlat. Rihla, trips. So he loves trips. He loves visiting other countries. So he loves visiting other countries, buldan. Of course, the word buldan, you can translate as countries. But previously when we say buldan, it can be just place. Different places. So buldan here is jama for the word balad. So balad, the meaning of balad, it depends on the context. It can be a state, it can be a country, it can be just a town. Okay, we call it a balad. So in this case, we just translate. He visited a lot of different places. Buldan mukhtalifah.
Yata'alamu ahwalan nas wa syu'una mujtama'ihim. He learned ahwalan nas, people's condition, wa syu'una mujtama'ihim, and community affairs.
And
Which
community.
the sentence means he learned culture and community affairs.
Sahih, na'am. Yata'allamu ahwal. So what did he do when he visited all these places? He learned the ahwal. Ahwal is the jama' for the word hal. We say hal. Kaifa haluka? What is your condition? Jama' is ahwal. Kaifa al-ahwal? How are your conditions? Hal. Ahwal an-nas, the conditions of people. Wa syu'un. Syu'un is jama' for the word sya'nun, which means the affair. Okay, the affair of people. So again, this is more or less similar to the word hal. What happened to the mujtama, to the communities, to their communities. Okay, so he traveled and he learned a lot from the people. Because why? Because whenever he wants to give a fatwa, for example, before he can give a fatwa, he need to understand everything. Just like nowadays when the scholars, they give fatwa on the closing of masjid, for example, during the COVID-19. So before they can give such a fatwa, they have to understand. They have to take the opinion of many parties. Then only they can give their fatwa, not simply as to read the Quran and then give fatwa. No, not as easy as that. Okay, we continue.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nick, and I'll be continuing the presentation. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Nam. Yes, I can.
Thank you. Okay. Urifa Shafi'i bil hikmati wa zakai wa quwwatil hujjah. So Shafi'i Urifa known bil hikmati with wisdom was zakai and intelligence wa quwwatil hujjah and strong in arguments. So the meaning of this sentence is Shafi'i was known for his wisdom, intelligence, and the strength in his arguments.
Yes, Sahih. He was known. So we say Urifa. This is the passive voice. Arafa, no. Urifa was known. Nah. So he was very clever. He was very wise. He was good in arguing with people.
Wakana al-Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal minal mu'jabina bihi. And he was Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal was a fan of him.
Yes, Sahih. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal was a fan. You say mu'jab. Mu'jab, literally we say somebody who adores someone. We say mu'jab. So we can say a fan of him. Yes, boleh. Mu'jab, somebody who adores him. Nah.
حيث قال عنه, where he said about him, ما رأيت, I have never seen, أحدا أفقه, anyone with an understanding, في كتاب الله, in the book of Allah, min hazal fata, than this boy.
So the meaning is that I have never seen somebody
with an understanding in the book of Allah.
okay, with an understanding. Okay, let us correct this one. After we have in the previous lesson we learned the same tafdil. You still remember? Afdal, akbar. So how do we translate this one? Afqa. This is isim tafdil.
The best scholars.
The one who has more, who is more. Remember when we learn isim tafdil, we say akbar, bigger, or the biggest. So here afqa. Most, yes, correct. Most or more
knowledgeable
knowledgeable in terms of
in the knowledge of the book of Allah.
Okay, of course in the book of Allah, but here we have another meaning. Knowledgeable in what? Fiqh, right? You see the word fiqh here? Fiqh. So what is the actual meaning of the word fiqh? Of course, fiqh, now we understand fiqh is the ahkam, halal, haram. But fiqh can also mean understanding. So afqah, the more is more knowledgeable. Yes, you are correct. So I have never seen somebody who is more knowledgeable, who understood more, fi kitabillah, in the book of Allah, in Quran, min hadzal fata, other than this boy. This fata is can refer to young boy, and can refer to a teenager. You can call him fata, a teenager. Min hadzal fata.
وقال أيضا, and he also said about him, لولا الشافعي, had it not been for Shafi'i, ما عرفنا, we would not know, fiqh al-hadith,
Naam,
the
sorry.
knowledge of hadith.
Knowledge of hadith. Okay. وقال عنه أيضا, and he also said about him, عنه. This is also referring to Imam Ahmad again. Laula, I did not because of Imam Shafi'i. Laula, if it is not. Laula, if it is not because of Shafi'i. Ma arafna, we will never know the fiqh, the understanding of hadith. Okay, we will never know, oh, this hadith is halal. This hadith, the hukum of this hadith, so and so is what? Halal and so on. So this is referring to the knowledge of الإمام الشافعي. نعم صح.
Nukib al-Imam al-Shafi'i bila Qubaini. Al-Shafi'i was titled with two nicknames.
Yes, he was titled, or he was given two laqab. Laqab, nickname. Luktiba, he was nicknamed as what? So what are the two nicknames people gave to Imam Shafi'i?
Al-Awwal bi Nasir al-Hadith. The first is the upholder of the hadith.
Is the,
upholder of the hadith.
again, tak dengar.
Upholder.
Upholder, the upholder of a hadith. Naam. So Nasara is the helper, upholder of the hadith. Naam. This is one title.
Sammahu ahlu Makkah bizalik. He was called that by the people of Makkah.
Naam, sahih. So the title was given by the people of Makkah. Sama named him. Sama is him. It was named by Nasir al-Hadith by the people of Makkah with that name.
لأنه ألزم أهل الرأي بالعراق وجوب اتباع السنة النبوية. Because ألزم obligated أهل الرأي, the people of counsel, بالعراق, in Iraq, wujub ittiba, necessity to follow, as-sunnatu an-nabawiyah, the sunnah of the prophetic sunnah.
Okay, because he
Alzam, he obligated the people of the council.
okay, so because he obligated the people of
Al-Ra'i, saya dapat council.
Okay. Ahl al-Ra'i, this is a phrase. This is referring to the people of Iraq at that time. The people of Iraq, they were already very knowledgeable. They knew a lot. They learned a lot of falsafa, the philosophy. So those people, they depend a lot on thinking. They depend a lot on their mind. So when you want to argue, the philosophers, when you want to argue them, of course, they will use many philosophies, their minds to defend their argument. So what Imam al-Shafi'i did was, he obligated, he said that you have to use not only your ra'i, not only your opinion, not only the philosophy, but you have also to use the sunnah. This is what did Imam Shafi'i do. He asked those people to use also the sunnah, to follow the sunnah nabawiyah. Okay, so that is one of the effort of Al-Imam Shafi'i when he was in Iraq. Bihikmatihi wa zakaihi.
Bihikmatihi wa zakaihi wa quwwati hujjah. With wisdom and his intelligence and his strength in arguments.
Yeah, strength in argument. Sorry.
So the meaning of that is that he obligated the people using his wisdom, his intelligence, and the strength in his argument.
Nah, I'm sorry.
Kama fassala lahum, as he explained, Fassala explained lahum turuqa fahmil Quran al-Karim. So the meaning of that sentence is that he explained to them turuqa, the ways, fahmil Quran al-Karim, the ways to understand Quran al-Karim.
Naam, sahih. So not only he asked those people of Ra'i to follow the sunnah, he also kama as well. He did this as well. So he also fassala, explained. Yes, fassala, explained. So he also explained to them the ways how can they understand the Quran al-Karim. Okay, so that because of that he was called the Nasir of the al-Hadith. Yeah.
أما اللقب الثاني فهو as for اللقب الثاني the second nickname فهو it's خطيب العلماء the preacher of scholars.
Now, so this is now the second laqab. Al-laqabu al-thani, the second nickname, which is the khatib, the preacher of the ulama. So as if he was uh, the someone who will speak on behalf of the other scholars. Khatib al-ulama.
سماه معاصروه. He was named that by his contemporaries وتلاميذه his disciples ل-
Li.
لإجادته due to his mastering القول in words والشرح explanations والتفسير and interpretations.
Sahih. Okay, yes. So he was called the Khatib al-Ulama, the preacher of the scholars, and he was called this by his contemporary, by the people of his time. The word mu'asiruhu, the word is mu'asir. The word is actually mu'asir. The waw here is the jama'. Is the jama' for mu'asir. So the jama' word is actually mu'asirun. It's like the word muslimun. But what happened here is that it is now connected or combined to the domir hu. So again, this becomes the mudaf and mudaf ilay. So as what we have seen in the beginning of the lesson, if you still remember this one, mufakiru, mufakiri. So when it is now become the mudaf, they have to remove the nun. They take out the nun. So this is similar to this word. Okay, the actual word is mu'asiru, but since you want to connect to who, you have to remove this nun. So now it becomes mu'asiruhu. Okay, the people which is of the same of the people who live at the same time. Now, watalamizuhu, and not just their mu'asiru, but also the students. And why was that? Why he was called the Khatib al-Ulama? Because of his mastery.
Mastery
Yes, because of his mastering of
words
words, speech, sharh, explanation, because he speaks very well, he explained very well, and he tafsir also referring to interpret, explaining. Because of this, they call him the Khatib of al-Ulama. Naam. Okay, Summa, Khamsa.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Shafika and I will continue for the number 5 and number 6. So, استقر الإمام الشافعي في مدينة الفسطاط بمصر سنة 199 هجرة.
Mi'atin. Mi'atin what is ina.
Okay, so this sentence means istaqarratu stay al-Imam Shafi'i at Madinati al-Fustat, city of al-Fustat, in Mesir, sanata year 199 Hijrah.
Naam. So Imam Shafi'i istaqarra. Again, what is the meaning?
Stay.
Stay. Okay. So here, not just stay. Remember Imam Shafi'i, he traveled a lot. Sahih? So he traveled a lot. He traveled to Hijaz, Makkah, Medina. He also traveled to Al-Iraq. And in the end, he traveled to Misra, to Egypt. Okay. So when he was in Egypt, that was the last place that he visited. So we say istaqarra. So he what was the word? So he spent all his life in this place, Egypt. So istaqarra al-Imam al-Shafi'i fi Madinah. So this is the city of Fustat. Bi Misra, in Misra, or fi Misra, in Egypt. So this year, sana mi'a wa tis'awa wa tis'in wa tis'ina hijriyah.
And then next sentence. وأصبح يلقي دروسه في جميعها إلى أن توفي سنة تجرف هجرة وكان
Mi'ataini.
عمره
Ikra'i, Syafiqah, mi'ataini
200
wa arba'a.
وأربعة
Wa arba'a hijriyah. Nah.
وأربعة هجرية وكان عمره 54 سنة. This sentence means وأصبح and he started يلقي continue or pursue دروسه study في at جامعها university إلى to and توفيه until he died سنة year 204 hijrah and during أربعة وخمسين سنة and during 54 years old.
Okay. Wa asbaha yulqi durusahu. Yes. So he started to yulqi durusahu means he started to teach lesson, referring to lesson. So yulqi durusahu started to teach fi jami'ah. Jami'ah. Jami'ah is not university. University is jami'ah. Jami'ah, you have a ta marbuta. Jami'atiha, then it becomes the university. But here it is just jami'. Jami' is the same word as masjid. Here we say jami'. So when you go to some Arab countries, in some masjid, they don't say masjid, they say jami'. Azhabu ilal jami'. So I go to the mosque, jami'. So here he started to deliver, yulqi, to deliver his teaching or his lesson in its masjid, in the masjid of Fustat. Okay, in the masjid, in the mosque of Al-Fustat. Ila an, until. So these two are the phrase, ila an. So when we say ila an, it means until. Ila an. So until he died, sana mi'atain wa arba'a. Until he died, okay, on this year, 204 Hijriyah. And wa kana umruhu, and his age at that time, kana umruhu was arba'an wa khamsina sana. Only 54 years old. Arba'an wa khamsina sanatan. Naam. So he was buried in Fustat as well.
Move on to the next sentence. خلف الشافعي مذهبا ضخما يحترمه مسلمون جميعا. So as for this sentence, it means خلف list الشافعي مذهب الشافعي ضخما يحترمه المسلمون جميعا means which it has been respected by all Muslims.
Okay. So here it means that Al-Imam Shafi'i, what did he do?
He lived a mazhab which has been respected by all Muslims.
Yes. So he left. So he died, of course. He died and he left a mazhab, a school of thought, a mazhab. So we say a school of thought, it is a mazhab. So he left a mazhab. Dakhman. Dakhman is similar to kabiran, a big mazhab, a huge mazhab. Mazhab which have huge followers. We say mazhaban dakhman. Dakhman means kabir. It is similar to kabir. Mazhaban kabiran, mazhaban dakhman. Yahtarimuhul muslimun. Muslims, all Muslim respect his mazhab. Yahtarimu jami'a. Right?
And then وَتَرَكَ مُؤَلَّفَةٍ كَثِيرَةً مِنْهَا means and he also left a lot of books including الأم في 7 مجلدات وفيه فقه means mother in 7 volume or binding and contains fiqh. This one I'm not so sure, Ustaz.
Okay. Wataraka mu'allafat, yes, correct. He left books. Mu'allafat here is referring to his books, the book that he has written. So we call it mu'allafat. Mu'allafat. So he left a lot of his writing, his books, a lot of his books. Minha, one among these books. So among them, the first book, the first famous book is called the book of Al-Um. So this is the name of his book, the mother, right? So he called it Al-Um. So this book, Al-Um, fi sab'i mujalladat, in 7 volumes. Mujallad means volume. Mujalladat. So you can find his book in the library. 7 volumes. Wa fihi, and in this book you will find his fiqh. So his opinions. Okay, the opinion of Imam Shafi'i on fiqh issues. All right. So this is the first one.
And then ومسند في حديث and musnad in hadith.
So the second book is the Al-Musnad. So this book is about hadith.
And then وأحكام al-Quran means hukum in Al-Quran.
So this is another book, the Ahkam, the Hukum, the ruling, the rules that we can understand from the Al-Quran. Okay, and then the other book.
Ar-Risalatu fi usulil fiqh and Risalah in usul fiqh.
So another book is the book of it is called Risalah, and this is about usul al-fiqh. So how do we understand the ayat of Quran? How do you know whether it is halal, haram?
Of Islamic jurisprudence.
Nah.
And then rahimahullah wal imamu al-Shafi'u rahmatan wasi'atan. It means may Allah give Imam Shafi'i with a wider rahmah or blessing.
This is a dua, right? So may Allah, so we say Rahimallah, Radiyallah, may Allah bless, or may Allah bless Imam Shafi'i and grant him rahmah, a huge rahmah. Ameen ya Rabb. Okay, so this is about the Al-Imam Al-Shafi'i, my Imam Shafi'i. Nah. Okay, next we go to Ma'ani Mufradat.
Okay, so I will continue. The first one is Hijra Ummihi, and then Riayatu Ummi means nursing or take care for his mother.
It is not take care for his mother. The mother who is the one who took care of him.
Oh.
So this is the opposite. Riayatu Ummihi. His mother took care of him. So this is here. If you look at the first sentence, the first paragraph, وَنَشَأَ فِي حِجْرِ أُمِّهِ. So here the phrase means he grew up together with his mother. His mother took care of him because why? Yatiman, because he was an orphan. He lost his dad already. Now, that is the meaning of hijri ummihi, riayati ummihi.
Okay, the second one is Akbala ala talaqqa darasa akhaza means Akbala ala I accept. Talaqqa darasa akhaza means study.
So this all means study. So we say akbala. You can find this in, if not mistaken, in the second paragraph. Akbala ala al-ilm. So it means that he learned. Okay? He learned hadith and so on. He learned knowledge. Next one.
Okay, the third one is Al-Kistu Al-Juz'u means Al-Kistu installment. Al-Juz'u means section or part.
Again, al-qistu.
Installment.
Installment.
I found in the
Okay.
in the dictionary it is installment.
If you are buying things with taqsid, so you are buying in installment, yes. But here it is not installment. Here it means the juz or the portion. He got the bigger portion of knowledge, means he learned a lot of knowledge. Okay, so in the text it means al-juz'u. Now,
Al-Juz'u means section or part.
section or part or portion, yes. Part.
And then the next one, Shuun. This one I couldn't find the meaning. And then ahwalun means circumstances or conditions.
Naam, circumstances or condition. Why you couldn't find the meaning? Because this is a jamak word. If you look at shu'un, this is a jamak word. Because in the dictionary, normally they will not give you the meaning of a jamak word. They will give you the mufrad. And the mufrad word for this word shu'un is sha'nun. So if you find sha'nun, you will find the meaning. You will be able to see the meaning. Sha'nun means a matter. The matter. Ahwal is also a jamak word. Hal, affair, condition, circumstances. So this is the meaning. Shu'nun, shu'unun, sha'nun, ahwal, halun.
Okay, so the next one is dohmun kabirun. Dohmun means huge or large or massive, while kabirun means big.
Yes, this is the here. This is the mazhab kabir, massive mazhab, a massive school of thought. Why massive? Because of his book Kitabul and then further explained by his disciples, by other students, by Imam Nawawi, for example. So you will find lots, volumes of fiqh in mazhab al-Shafi'i. So it is why it is called a huge mazhab. Now,
Okay, so the next one, yufassilu, yubayyinu. Yufassilu means separates or disconnect. Yubayyinu means show or indicate or explain.
it is here. It means to explain. Yufassilu, it is not to disconnect. That is another word. Here it means to explain as well. Fassala, yufassilu, bayyana, yubayyinu, to explain as well. Okay, both means explain.
And then afqahu, a'lam. Afqahu means explain, and a'lam means inform or teach. I'm not sure about.
Okay, this is if you look at the pattern, afqahu, a'lamu, this is the isim tafdil. This is the isim tafdil that we have learned. So here I did also mention when we say afqah. Okay, when we say here afqah. You remember what is this? Afqah? More knowledgeable. Right? More knowledgeable. So here, because this is in the pattern of isim tafdil, a'lam, if you still remember the lesson, a'lamu, so here it is more knowledgeable. A'lamu, sorry, af'alu, the wazan is af'alu. So this is more knowledgeable. Okay, not just know or understand. Now,
So the next one, mu'jabin, mukaddirina means mu'jabin to fans or adore. Mukaddirina means appreciate or people who appreciate.
appreciate now the people. So these words are referring to the people who adores or appreciate. Now, the fans of Imam Shafi'i, who appreciates him and who adores and who appreciate him. Now, sahih.
And then the next one, khalafa, taroka. Khalafa means behind, backwards or successor, while the taroka means left.
Here, this is not behind. Behind is khalfa. You look at the vowel point, it is different. Khalfa, yes, this is behind, but this is to leave something behind, not just behind. So he left the mazhab. So taraka, he left for us his mazhab. Okay, so different from khalfa. To leave something behind, we say khallafa. Nah.
Okay, the last one is ma'alfa. Kutubun means author or writer.
Okay, this is not author. Or if you say author is mu'al, the same word, but we read differently. We read mu'allifun. Then this is an author, mu'allifun or mu'allifatun. But here, it is not the author. It is the books that you authored. The books that Imam Shafi'i authored, then we call it mu'allaf, mu'allafat. Okay? The authored book, mu'allafat. So here, it is book, but not just any book. The authored book, then you say mu'allafat. If, for example, you say, oh, I have some mu'allafat, means that I have written some books. Okay, this is the meaning of mu'allafat. Now, okay, khalas. Any soal? Hal hunaka soal about the text? If there is no سؤال نعم الآن ننتقل إلى التدريب الأول. التدريب الكمالي الأول نعم.
Okay, so move on to the next activity. Put the right on the right sentence and put the X on the wrong sentence and
صحيح
fix
أو
the
خطأ؟
صحيح أو خطأ.
ضع علامة صحيح وعلامة خطأ. نعم.
Okay, so as for the first sentence, انتقل الشافعي إلى مكة مع أمه وأمور 7 سنين. خطأ.
خطأ. ما معنى الجملة؟
This sentence means Imam Al-Shafi'i go to the Mecca with his father and age of 70.
His father? No, not his father. So Imam Shafi'i moved to Makkah with, this is not his father, Ma'a Ummihi.
Mother. Mother.
Moved to Makkah with his mom and his age. He was 7 years old at that time. Sahih? Khata. Okay. So what is the correct?
Khata. So the answer is Intaqala Al-Shafi'i ila Makkah Asna Ibnu Sanatain.
So when he was, so you want to say when he was 2 years old. So Asna, or you can just take one, this word again. So you say intaqala ila Makkah wa umruhu, or you as in the text wa huwa. You say wa huwa ibnu sanatain. Okay, so it is not 7 years old, it is 2 years old. Sahih? 2 years old? Is it Sahih? 2 years old he moved to Makkah?
Yes.
Yes, 2 years old, when he was 2 years old. Nasha'a Sahih. So he was taken to Makkah when he was 2 years old. Yeah, Sahih. Nah.
Okay, so as for the second question, Talaki Al-Shafi'i al-Fiqha min Ustazihi Al-Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal. Khata.
Naam, khata. Okay, ma makna?
This sentence means Imam Al-Shafi'i learn fiqh with Ustaz Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal.
Mean his ustaz. His ustaz, the Imam Ahmad, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal. So he learned from Imam Ahmad? No, la. Huwa?
Just change the Ustaz name to Imam Al-Maliki.
Naam, Sahih. Because he did not learn from Ahmad ibn Hanbal, but rather he learned from Al-Imam Malik.
Maliki.
Okay, Malik. So the Imam is Malik. The name of his mazhab is Al-Maliki. Al-Imam Al-Maliki. Al-Mazhab Al-Maliki, sorry.
And then the third question, Kana al-Imamu Ahmad bin Hanbal min mu'jabina bil Imam Al-Shafi'i. Sahih.
Naam, Sahih.
This sentence means Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal is adore or a fans of Imam Al-Shafi'i.
Naam. So he was among the fans, the person who adored Al-Imam Al-Shafi'i. Okay. Here just look at the word Al-Imam Ahmad, and also look at this Al-Imam Al-Shafi'i. So when you want to give a title to somebody, you want to call them by their title, make sure you put Al-Imam. Okay, so you say, oh, Al-Imam Ahmad, Al-Imam Al-Shafi'i, Al-Imam Al-Ghazali. Do not just say Imam Ahmad or Imam Al-Shafi'i. Because why? Because if you remove the Al, so this is not referring to the Imam Ahmad. This is referring to two people. First is the Imam, second is Ahmad. So it means the Imam of Ahmad. The second one is similar. Imam of Shafi'i. So this is not referring to one person, Al-Imam Shafi'i, no, but this is referring to the Imam of Shafi'i, two different people. Okay, so every time you want to call a person with his title, make sure you put Alif Lam. Al-Imam, Al-Ustaz, Al-whatsoever. Okay, Al. Okay, continue. Welcome.
Okay, the next one, Summiya Shafi'i بخطيب العلماء لأنه كان يخطب Jum'ah. Means Imam Shafi'i was named as Khatib al-Ulama because he explained or give a speech in Khutbah al-Jum'ah.
Because he delivered a speech. Okay, the Jumat sermon. Okay, so Sahih?
Okay. I'm not so sure about this question because in the text it is not mentioned about the Khutbah Jum'ah, but it was mentioned as he was a great in explaining or giving speech, right?
Yes, he was good in explaining. But why did they call him Khatib al-Ulama? Is it because he delivered Jum'ah sermon?
No, because
No.
he's
Not of course,
because he
I believe he has delivered a lot of Jum'ah sermon, but not because of that he was called the Khatib al-Ulama. He was called this because
was master in explaining about the tafsir, right?
صحيح. لماذا؟ لإجادته القول والشرح والتفسير. So this is the answer. هذا هو الجواب. Not because he delivered a Jum'ah khutbah. Okay, so you can write this. لإجادته القول والشرح والتفسير. لإجادته القول والشرح والتفسير. So هذا خطأ. الجواب لإجادته because of his mastery in al-qawla, in speech, وشرح, is it?
Tafsir.
What tafsir, and also his ability to explain well what tafsir. Then this is the reason why at-tafsir. Nah, sahih.
So the last one is توفي الشافعي في مدينة التي ولد فيها. Means Imam Shafi'i passed away in Medina where he was born. The answer is Khattab because
So before that, Imam Shafi'i he died in the
Medina
in
where he
Medina.
was born.
Is it referring to the city of Medina or what?
Yes,
Naam.
I think so.
Okay. No, this is not referring to the city of Medina. If you look at the sentence again, Imam Shafi'i died in the city, just the city, not the city of Medina, not Medina Munawwara. This is not Medina Munawwara. This is saying he died
in the city of Fustat.
Yes, where he was born. So what was the city where he was born?
Gaza.
So Medina here is referring to Gaza. So here they say Imam Shafi'i died in the city which is Gaza, in the city that he was born in Gaza. Of course, this is wrong. Khata. As-sahih.
توفي الشافعي في مدينة الفسطاط بمصر.
Naam, sahih. So tuwfiya, so he died in the city of Fustat. Naam, sahih. Okay. هذا هو التدريب الأول. ننتقل إلى التدريب الثاني.
أجب عن الأسئلة الآتية, which means answer the questions. The first question is, Mata wulida al-Imam al-Shafi'i? When was Imam al-Shafi'i born? So the answer is, Wulidu al-Imam al-Shafi'i fi Ghazata min Filastin.
So is this answering the question? As-su'al, mata wulida, when he was born?
Oh, when?
So this is aina. If the question say aina, then the answer is correct. Aina.
Sanata
Sanata
mi'atan wa khamsin
So
hijriyah.
sanata
Mi'ata wa khamsin
mi'a wa
hijriyah.
khamsina hijriyah. So you can just write ha. Ha hijriyah. Nah, sanata mi'a wa khamsina hijriyah. No, sorry. Okay, so be careful. Mata, aina, okay, and so on. Limaza. Fine. السؤال الثاني.
The second question, Aina nasha'a الشافعي وتلقى العلم. Where did Imam al-Shafi'i grow up and receive his knowledge?
Nah, it's knowledge or education. Nah, so,
The answer is Nasha'a al-Shafi'i وتلقى العلم في مكة.
di Makkah. Sahih, di Makkah. Nah, sahih, di Makkah.
The third question, ماذا قال الإمام أحمد بن حنبل عن الإمام الشافعي? What did Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal say about Imam al-Shafi'i? The answer is ما رأيت أحدا أفقه في كتاب الله من هذا الفتى, which is in the text.
Nah, sahih. So this is what Imam Ahmad say about Al-Imam Shafi'i.
In paragraph 3.
I've never seen somebody who is more knowledgeable in understanding the Quran, Kitabullah, than this boy or this young person. Now,
The fourth question, أين أقام الشافعي عندما وصل مصر? Where did Imam al-Shafi'i stay when he arrived in Misr?
Naam, sahih. Aqama here means stay. Aqama fi'il madhi. We say aqama. Mudari is yuqimu. And the person who stays in a place, we call him muqim. This is the word that we took to our language, to Malay language. We say muqim. Somebody who is muqim in a place means he stayed in a place. Muqim. Now, so where did Imam Shafi'i stay when he arrived in Egypt?
The answer is استقر الشافعي في مدينة الفسطاط بمصر.
Okay. Or you can just say aqama. Then you can take the same word. نقول أقام الشافعي في مدينة الفسطاط. في مصر. You can add في مصر. صحيح.
And the fifth question, ما أهم مؤلفات الإمام الشافعي? What are the important books by Imam al-Shafi'i? What are the most important books by Imam al-Shafi'i? So the answer is
Most important, yes. Ahamu, the most important. Sorry.
ترك الإمام الشافعي مؤلفات كثيرة منها الأم والمسند والرسالة.
Naam, sahih. So you can, this is from the text, but you can also say ahamu. I can start the sentence with the word aham. Ahammu mu'allafatul Imam Shafi'i. Yeah, you just mentioned. Ahammu mu'allafatil Imam Shafi'i al wal musnad wa risala. Okay, you can just use the same structure again. نعم. هذا هو التدريب الثاني. أجيب عن الأسئلة الآتية. Any questions? Okay, we move to the next one. Okay. Next is
سل بين الكلمة والمراد فيها.
سل بين الكلمة
means
to connect. Okay, سل بين الكلمة والمراد.
connect the same word. يفصل separate.
Wait. Where is the?
Okay, sorry.
Where's the slide? Not this one.
Atas.
Oh, yeah,
Atas,
okay. Sorry. This one. سل بين
Yes,
الكلمة ومرادفها. Okay. نعم. اقرأي.
Okay. يفصل separate. The same word. taroka.
صحيح.
Fatan.
But in the okay, let me see the let me see the actual text. Oh, this one.
Yeah.
يفصل ترك لا ليس صحيح because يفصل here is not,
is explain, right?
yes, there is another meaning of if to separate we read yafsilu. Yafsilu is to separate. Yafsilu. But here it is not yafsilu. This is yufasilu. So the spelling is similar, but the way you read it is different. Yaghsilu, yes, to separate. But here it is yufassilu. See, it is a different word. Yufassilu. So you need to look at the vowel points as well. Not just the word. Yufassilu. This is to explain. But yufassilu bimana?
To explain.
Naam.
Yubayinu.
Sahih. Okay. Naam. Rakam isnan.
Fatan. Boy. Sabun.
Okay. This is not just a boy. If fata or shab means a teen. A teenager, you call him a shab. A young person. A fata. Shabun. Naam. Salasa.
Mu'allafat means author. Kutubun.
This is not the author. These are the books. The books that they authored.
Oh, the books.
The book, right? So I mentioned just now, if you want to say the author, it is mu'allifun. This is the author, mu'allif. Mu'allafan, his books, his writings.
Next, Shu'un. Affairs. Same as Ahwal.
Affairs or matters.
Next, Hujjah. Hujjah, same as Burhan.
Apa makna burhan?
Burhan means proof.
Proof or evidence, yes. Proof or evidence, we say burhan. Haza burhanun. This is the evidence. So this is an evidence. Hujjah. Hujjah. Okay. Wa akhiran.
Khulafa, same as Taraka.
Apa makna? Khallafa taraka.
Khulafa, that I search means back.
Again, back.
It's different.
Back is khalfa.
Khulfa.
Khalfa is back, but you need to know. This is to leave behind. To leave something behind, we say khallafa. Left to leave. Left. Okay, taraka.
Okay.
He left for us the mazhab. He taraka for us the mazhab. Baik. Tadrib. Next.
Hatta aksa al-kalimah. Antonym. Kibar means great or senior. So the antonym is mubtada.
Mubtada?
Yeah, junior. No.
No. Okay, kibar is, okay, you can say great. So kabir, what is, if you say kabir, what is the aks for kabir?
Kasir.
Sagir.
Sagir.
Sagir. But here, this is jama, kibar. So the jama is sigar. Little or small, you say sigar. Junior, sigar. Kibar. Okay. Kibar, sigar. Nah, rakam isnan. His name, Isnan, Dahman.
Mine is great, Ustaz.
Great. Kibar is great. Nah. Okay. Isnan, Dahman. Continue.
Dohman means huge.
Dahman, huge.
So the antonym same as the first one, is it?
So what is the word?
Sagir.
Sagir. Nah. Dahman is kabir. So this is sagir. Dahman, sagir or sagiran. Nah. So this is mufrad, kibar is jama.
Okay. Alima, world. The antonym is al-akhirah.
No, this is not world. World is alam. World is alam. Again, don't, as I said, do not just look at the word, but look at the vowels as well. This is alam, world. But this is no, this is alim. What is an alim?
Knowledge.
Knowledgeable. Now, knowledgeable person. Then you call him alim. So alim is knowledgeable person. So the act is somebody who is not knowledgeable, who does not know. Anybody?
Kafira.
No. Kafir is a
Okay.
believer. Kafir is the non-believer. Muslim, yes, you can say kafir. But this is alim, knowledgeable. Somebody who does not know.
Jahil.
Naam.
Jahil boleh ke Ustaz?
Apa Hafizah? Jahil?
Ah,
Yes, sahih. Jahil. Naam. So we say jahil. Jahil is ignorant. Somebody who does not know. So he's not stupid. Jahil does not mean stupid. Jahil means ignorant. He does not know. He have not learned that thing yet. So he is a jahil. So when he learn it, we call him an alim. Naam. Rakam arba'ah.
Akbar. Asghar.
Sahih, yes, correct. This is the isim tafdil that we have learned. Asghar, smaller. Akbar. Naam. Sahih. Larger or bigger. Next word, wasi'ah.
Next, wasi'ah. The antonym dayiqa.
Dayiqa. Ma makna dayiqa?
Small. No. Narrow.
Sempit.
Narrow. Nah, yes, wasi'ah is wide. Dayiqa is narrow. We say dayiq. Dayiqa. Dayiq. Nah. Wa akhiran sitta.
Quwwah means strength, energy.
Naam,
And
strength.
the da'if, weak.
Weak. Da'if is referring to the person, you call him da'if. But here it is just weakness, you just say da'fun.
Da'f.
Yes, da'fun is weakness. But someone who is weak, you call him da'if. Similar to quwwah, this is strength, but somebody who is strong, you call him qawi. Okay, so two different words from the same root word. So qawiyun, quwwah. Da'ifun, da'fun. Nah. Haza at-tadrib ba, aksul kalimat. Tadrib jim, mufrad al-kalimat. Now you have jama. We need to know what are the mufrads of these kalimats.
Okay, so the first one is mu'arif, which means acquaintances. The mufrad is ma'rifah.
Sahih, ma'rifah, information, knowledge or information. We call it ma'rifah. Naam, sahih.
The second one is a'immah, which means imam. The mufrad is imam. Imam.
So this is the mufrad, imam. A'imma is jama. A'immatul muslimin, the leaders of Muslim. A'imma.
The third word is ulama, which is scholars. The mufrad is alim.
Naam, sahih. So one scholar is called alim, or knowledgeable person is alim.
The fourth word is fuqaha, which means jurist. And the mufrad is faqih.
Naam, faqih, the jurist or the person who has knowledge on fiqh, we call him faqih, fuqaha.
The fifth one is ahwal, which is conditions. The mufrad is halun.
Naam, sahih, alun, ahwal.
And the sixth word is rohalat, which means journeys or trips. The mufrad is rihlah.
Okay, rehla. So I normally say rehlat, but the mufrad is rehla. A trip or a journey, we say rehla. Rehla ila al-qarya, rehla ila syati'i al-bahri. Naam, sahih. And now the last one. The last one.
To make sentence, the first one, nasha'a. If I search on Google, it means touch. But according to the text, it means grow.
So we took the meaning from the text.
Text.
Grow.
So it means grow.
Grow up.
But I already made the sentence.
Okay,
So,
you give me that one.
Kupu Ahmad nasha'a.
Okay.
Hubbu
Hubbu.
Ahmad nasha'a.
What does it mean?
Ahmad loves grow.
Okay. All right, you can accept that. But normally, the Arab sentence they will start with the verb. So we say nasha'a hubbu Ahmad. Ahmad's love grow. Ahmad loves of what? Maybe we can make the sentence a bit longer. Ahmad's love for knowledge, for example. So nasha'a hubbu Ahmad li for knowledge, lil ilm.
للعلم.
Okay. So hubbu Ahmad nasha'a hubbu Ahmad lil ilmi nasha'a where or when you can further explain the sentence. When did he start loving knowledge? Since he was young, for example, or in school, for example, fil
Madrasa.
Fil madrasa. Now you have a better sentence. Okay, not just hubbu Ahmad nasha'a. So nasha'a or hubbu Ahmad nasha'a. Hubbu Ahmad lil ilmi nasha'a fil madrasa. Naam, sahih. Hadhihi jumlah sahih.
Ustaz, kalau what if we do the word, the verb grow to use for like vegetable, for
If
instance?
you want to say to grow food, to grow vegetable, we don't say nasha'a. No, nasha'a is when the person grow up, you call it nasha'a. If you want to grow fruit, for example, we use another word. We say zara'a. Yeah, so we say this is to grow food, to grow plant. You say zara'a al-shajar, al-ashjar, or zara'a at-tufah. He grew an apple, for example. Okay, so two different words. Zara'a. Okay.
Second one,
Second one.
mazhab, school of thought. The sentence, Al-Nas fi Malaysia Mumarisah Mazhab Al-Shafi'i.
Anas,
Is it okay?
Anas, or better we say Muslimun, Al-Muslimun.
Muslim.
Al-Muslimuna fi Malaysia. Al-Muslimuna fi Malaysia. Okay, what was the word?
Mumarisah.
Mumarisa.
I search it means mengamalkan.
Okay, the word is actually mumarasa.
Mumarasa.
And that we found is mumarasa, to practice. Alright, this is a correct word, but now you want to use a verb. You want to say they practice. You want to change this to a verb. What you have here is the masdar, the one that we have learned earlier, masdar, the phrasal verb. The verbal noun. Masdar is the verbal noun. So what is the fi'l? You can find the fi'l actually from the wazan. You have learned about the wazan of masdar. So I give you a clue. So this word mumarasa, the wazan is mufa'ala. Okay, if you have memorized the wazan, then you will be able to find out what is the mudari and the madi. Mufa'ala. Anybody remember what is the verb if the masdar is mufa'ala? Is it fa'ala? Is it tafa'ala? Is it ifta'ala? Is it fa'ala? Anyone? You need to go back to the lesson of masdar to know this. Okay, so if you refer to the lesson, mufa'ala, this is a wazan of masdar for the fi'il fa'ala. Fa'ala, and the mudari is yufa'ilu. Okay, once you know this madi and mudari, can you find out what is the madi and mudari for this word, mumarasa? Mufa'ala, mumarasa. Mufa'ala, mumarasa. So what is the madi and what is the mudari? Can you get? Just go.
Marasa.
Marasa, good. Yes, sahih. So the fi'l is marasa. The fi'l is marasa. To practice, we say marasa. And what is the mudari? Yufa'ilu, marasa.
Yumarisu.
Yumarisu, good. So now you have the fi'l mudari. Yumarisu. So this is the word that you want to use in the sentence. Okay, it is not mumarasa. Okay, because why? Because the sentence needs a fi'l. So we say mumarasa, no, you say yumarisu. Okay, so you put the word yumarisu. Okay, next you check the grammar. So this is the Muslimun Jama'. Jama'. So your verb is for mufrad. What do you add? Yumarisu. This is for Jama', home. Yeah, like
Marisuna.
Yumarisuna, na'am, sahih. So now the correct word is yumarisuna. See? So you have to combine whatever that you have learned in order for you to find the correct word. Okay, whether it is a noun or a verb and so on. So now the sentence is correct. Anas or al-muslimuna fi Malaysia yumarisuna. Okay, continue. So they practice
Mazhab Syafi'i.
mazhab Syafi'i. Okay, mazhab Syafi'i. Okay, we say al-mazhab. We don't just say mazhab Syafi'i. We say al-mazhab al-Syafi'i. Al-mazhab al-Syafi'i. Naam, sahih. Okay, so this is a good ayah, a good jumlah. Anas al-muslimuna fi Malaysia yumarisuna al-mazhab al-Syafi'i. Majority, not all of the Muslim, majority practice the mazhab of Syafi'i. Naam, sahih. Rakam salasa.
Okay, so the third one, makanit. I'm not so sure about the meaning.
Because the vowel point is wrong. That is why you cannot translate. It is
Is it status, position, or place?
it is makana. Makana means the place for that person. Mean
The place.
the rank. You can say the rank of that person. See, he is enjoying a
Status.
good rank in the society, for example. So that is the word makana.
So my sentence is makanat sayyidata haza al-bait qad takuna azimah.
Again,
Means makanat sayyidatu
makana thayyibat.
sayyida. The girl. Haza al-bait qad takuna azimah means the position of the woman or girl in the house is higher.
Okay, so you say makana tu al. The position, yes, you can say that. The position of
Sayyida.
Sayyida. Oh, okay, the lady, Sayyida. Okay, makana Sayyida. You might want to give her a name. Who is the name of that lady? Makana Sayyida. Maybe you say makana Sayyida Zainab, for example. Okay, makana Sayyida Zainab. What is the next word?
Al-bait qad takuna azimah.
Fil bait. Makana Sayyida Zainab fil bait. Qad takuna. Qad takunu. Okay, what do you mean when you say qad takunu?
That live in.
Again? Yeah. Tinggal punya ayam.
That live in.
That live.
Is it that stay or live in?
Qad takunu azimah.
Uh-uh.
Is it correct?
Yeah.
Azimah? Great. You want to say her position in the house is great.
Yes.
Okay. The sentence is correct, but the meaning here is okay. If you have caught in this, if you have caught in the sentence, it means perhaps, maybe. It may be. So you want to say her position may be great. We do not know. We are not sure. So just take out the word qad. Take out the word qad. You say makanatu sayyida so and so fil baiti. And you don't even actually need the word takunu. No need to have the word takunu. You just say her position is
Azimah.
azimah. Yes, this is a simple mubtada and khabar. Makana, this is the mubtada. Her makana, her position. What about her position is great, azimah. Okay, so you don't need the word yakunu to say is or are. No, we don't need the word. Okay, you can just say azimah. Her place or her position in the house, or you can say her position in the society. Mujtama. Where is my gym? Makanatu Sayyidina Zainab in the society, for example, in al-mujtama is great. Okay? So this is sahih. Nah, makana is the position. Nah.
The
Next.
next one is I take the example from the text.
But in the exam, don't take from the text. In the exam,
Yeah.
you have to write your own sentence, not from the text. Okay.
Yakshaku means adore or love. So I make a sentence. Yakshaku al-imamu Ahmad bin Hanbal min al-mujabina bil imam al-Shafi'i.
Ya'shaku al-Imam Ahmad minal mu'jabin. No need. You need to say minal mu'jabin. You can just say Ya'shaku al-Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal al-Imam al-Shafi'i. Just put the maf'ulun bih immediately. Or maybe we can write another sentence. Ya'shaku, for example, Ya'shaku Ali. What does he love? What does he adores?
Actually, I made another sentence.
Okay.
Ya'shaku Muhammad bil Qara'ta kitab.
Ya'shaku Muhammad bil
Qara'ta kitab.
Qara'ta here is not correct. You don't have to say qara'ta. You just say qira'ah.
Qira'ah al-kitab.
Qira'ah al-kitab, yes. And you don't need the harful jar bi anymore. You just say ya'shaku Muhammad qira'ah reading kitab. Nah, haza jumlah jayidah. This is a good sentence. Nah, ya'shaku Muhammad, he loved reading kitab. He loved it a lot. Nah, sahih. Ya'shaku. Nah, good. Okay, next one. Wulida fi.
For the fifth sentence, Ulida fi, which means born in. My sentence is Ulida Ahmad fi qaryatihi.
Sahih. Good. Wulida Ahmad fi qaryatihi. Nah, sahih. Jumlah sahih. Okay. So wulida mean was born. So later we will have this lesson how to change from the passive the active voice to a passive voice. Was born and so. Okay, we will learn that inshallah. Okay, the last jumlah istaqarra.
Istaqarra fi, which means settle in or stay in. My sentence is Istaqarra Ali fi Makkah bi ummi. Bi ummi.
Bi ummihi. Okay, istaqarra. Yes, it means to stay or to settle down. To settle down, you say istaqarra. Istaqarra Ali.
Ali.
Okay, istaqarra Ali fi Makkah.
Bi ummihi.
You want to say he settled down in Makkah bi ummihi bimakna
With his mother.
with his mother. Okay, to say with his mother, we don't say bi ummihi. You say ma'a ummihi. Yeah, exactly. Ma'a ummihi. Ma'a is with. So we say ma'a ummihi. طيب هذا هو التدريب السابع. نعم شكرا جزيلا. شكرا جزيلا لكم. siapa tadi Hafiza, Aisyah wa Syafika. شكرا جزيلا لكم لكنا لهذا العرض for the الجميل nice presentation. Any question for the text Al-Imam Shafi'i? Alright, if you look at this part, this is a bit different from what we have learned. So I mean for the essay. So they say Uktub an fawaid safar, about the benefit of traveling. What are the benefit of traveling? Okay, so you can just write 5-6 sentences. Okay. Traveling is benefit, is having great benefit. What is the first benefit? Faida al-awwal or al-faida al-ula, to increase knowledge. And okay, so try to find your own sentences. Okay, and this is for the preparation for the midterm. Okay, so we still have, today is Tuesday. Yes, so we have class tomorrow.
No, Ustaz.
Oh, this is today was Tuesday. This is Wednesday. We don't have class tomorrow, so which means okay, we only see you on the examination day, Friday midterm. Okay, so morning class. Do you need to have morning class?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No. Okay. I'm afraid that I cannot have the class because I have to set up the exam, I can't for not only for our class but also for the other lecturers. the other lecturers said you need me to help them to upload things to iTalim. But if you have anything you want to ask, just message me. So I will be in my office, inshallah. So no
Okay,
class,
Ustaz.
just prepare for your examination.
Okay, Ustaz.
Okay, boleh ya. So as I said, don't forget to prepare for the essay part as well. We go through the topics and prepare for the essay part. As long as you write, I give you marks. You don't have to worry whether the grammar is correct or not. No, as long as you write according to the text. Okay, any question?
No, Ustaz.
No. Okay, thank you very much. So we see you again, inshallah. Narakum, inshallah, ya al-Jum'an, ya al-Imtihan, wa naqtatim bi tasbih kafara wa surah al-Asr. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal 'asri innal insana lafi khusr illa alladzina amanu wa 'amilus solihati wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Naam, ila liqa. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.